So there I am, standing in front of Parliament in this reception with MPs, people from the House of Lords, national press, sharing this vision of wanting to build this national landmark. And I have this little voice in my ear going, you haven't got any money in the bank, you haven't got any land, this is a complete fantasy.
I have to say, it's an incredibly ambitious, stunning project. Personally, I'm hoping it, or something like it, can come to pass.
It's got a great simplicity about it, and I'm sure it'll be an iconic structure.
It looks visually very impactful.
And I think it's going to inspire a lot of people.
So how do you get land when you've got no money? Well, we prayed. And my wife and I went to a conference at a church in California, and this lady came up to us and she said, I've got a word from God for you.
Yeah, I saw heavenly land being given to you. I don't know if you're actually seeking land, property.
So we went back to my intercessors and I said, hey, look, listen to this word. And one of them, this lady called Sue, said, well, if God's told us that he's got the land already prepared, I'm just going to ask him for some more details.
And so I did. I was brushing my teeth and I was just praying, and it wasn't a particularly holy moment. It was just me talking to God like I talked to him. I just said, tell me something about the land. And as soon as I'd finished saying it, he told me, he gave me a word.
And she types the word into Google Maps and up comes a dental practice. I guess that's God's sense of humour. Above the dental practice is a motorway, and then above that is a piece of land. And Sue circles the piece of land and emails me and says, either this is the land or the person who owns it is highly significant. What she didn't know was one of the family who owned the land had emailed me and asked to meet. So I meet this guy, just share the vision with him, and he's like stony faced. I have no idea whether he likes it or not. And at the end then, he said, of course you know about the trust fund. And I didn't know about the trust fund, I hadn't done my research. But he had actually started a trust fund 6 months before God had given me that vision 15 years ago. And one of the aims of the fund was to start to build a national landmark, which was going to be about Jesus. So he said he'd go away and pray about it. I thought it was pretty obvious that God was in this. And then he came back a few weeks later and said that he prayed about it and he decided to give us some land. So in 2018, he gave us a piece of land, not the one that was circled, but a few miles away. But then for reasons beyond both our control, that land didn't work. And then a few months later, he gave us another piece of land, and again, that one didn't work. And then eventually they employed an architect to look at their portfolio of land and give us the piece that he thought would best suit us. And guess what? It was the land that Sue had circled only 2 years previous. And it is an incredible piece of land. It's in between 2 motorways. It's by HS2, high-speed train that's being built. And it's also in a flight path. We think 500,000 people will go past this monument every week. It's going to be absolutely perfect for the Wall of Answered Prayer.